I'm Jake Bruton, and today on the Build Show, we're going to talk about this orange stuff and this red stuff and some white stuff that we're going to use inside. It's all a Proseco family of WRB. Let's do it now. Okay, so we are at our little fire-rated assembly edition, and this is actually the Huber MGO Exacore product. If you remember from a few weeks ago, we did a video about their Exacore product. It is a magnesium oxide panel. These were 4 foot by 10 foot by half-inch panels. That panel with the 2x6s mineral wool and the half-inch gypsum on the inside becomes our ASTM E119 fire-rated assembly. That doesn't deal with water and air movement though. That just deals with the, hey, this is a fire-resistant assembly that meets this standard. So how do you take that MGO product and then make it waterproof? Because unlike some of Huber's other products like Zip, this is an absorptive panel. It's a cementuous panel. It actually will take on a little bit of water. So we don't want that to happen because we're trying to deal with our control layers. So number one, we're dealing with water management. Now, obviously we have overhangs on this assembly. Those overhangs match the original house. So they are generous. They are a 2-foot overhang or 22 inches, something like that. Because 150 years ago, they didn't have all this cool stuff to make the house waterproof. They used overhangs to keep the house off the building. So we benefit from the historical aspect of how the house was built to start out with. We have, 10-foot sidewalls. These windows are probably not going to see very much water. The door's not going to see much water. I know it's outside, but the siding is not going to see much water because of the overhangs. On this gable end, we're a little more exposed, so we're a little more concerned, but we're doing one waterproofing tactic and one air barrier tactic all the way around the outside. The MGO goes on, and Proseco sends us some sausage tubes. This happens to be Fast Flash, but the first layer is a joint and seam product. I may not have noted, all of this is in the Cat 5 category. That's their way of saying Category 5 hurricane. This is a fluid applied, monolithic when you're done, which is a great way of getting a continuous air and water barrier. Coating. And so they send you a light pink product, which you can kind of see these little squares over every fastener. It's fibrous, and it's kind of basically just the Fast Flash product, which is the red stuff with a little bit of fiber. So anywhere where we have a seam where two panels come together, anywhere where we have a penetration, anywhere where we have a change in direction and there's a seam, that's our first run. It gets tooled on. It comes in a sausage tube like this so that we can gun it out and then tool it, strike it down. And then the Fast Flash product is next. We cover all that joint and seam with the Fast Flash, and then we roll on the main body product here. The main body product comes in a sprayable or roll-on. It's fluid applied. It goes on to a specified mill thickness, and that mill thickness, it's not necessarily not see-through still. It could still be see-through is what I'm trying to say. Their conversation with me the first time that we used this product was Ted, the guy who, it's my understanding, was the inventor of the product, still works there, is the head of the technical division for this product, said, use the mill gauge, because if you don't, you're going to waste product, you're going to put it on too thick. Almost every fluid applied manufacturer says that same thing, because they know that all of us get here with the roller and go, more is better, more is better, more is better, until we can't see through it and it looks really thick, and then it looks like this nice rubberized coating, and then we're waterproof for sure. Use the mill gauge. This stuff is not cheap. It's worth not trying to waste it, or trying to not waste it, I should say. We don't want to put too much on, and it seems so preachy to say that over and over again, but the first time that I did it, we did about 3/4 of a wall, and I went, hey, this is going way quicker than what we thought it was going to. We're going to run out. And I went to the paint store and got a mill gauge and tested it, and we were putting it on like 3 times as thick as what we needed to. The other thing is interesting, over top of the Exacore product, it's like super slick, because the Exacore product has no tooth to it. You put it over an OSB or a plywood, that substrate has a tooth, and it has a little bit of tooth to it. So it's interesting. So now we have our wall is waterproof, but we cut a big hole in it, put a door or a window in it. For us, we're now turning that fast flash and the joint and seam into the opening. We're creating a solid pan underneath that slopes to the outside, promotes drainage if we ever have a leak. The sides, the jambs and the head, it turns into the opening far enough to connect to that 2x6 frame. That 2x6 frame can then connect to our air dam on the inside, which is also made by Proseco, because that 2x6 isn't leaking air either. So then we just connect the inside of the window to the frame. You've seen that in some videos from us before, but it means our air seal is on the interior of the window, here and here. So it actually travels in on the frame and comes back out to here. Our water barrier winds up with the face of our MGO product, the face of our window, and then the face here. So we set our windows in place over top of the Fast Flash product. We set all of our windows with screws. We no longer use nails. The manufacturers kind of wiggle back and forth on which one's right on that. I'm gonna say this is a spot where I'd rather not have guys that are of the generation below me that didn't grow up using a hammer. They grew up using a screw gun and a nail gun. I'd rather them use screws next to the windows that were brand new rather than a hammer. I know it's perfectly acceptable to just train people to do that. This is easier for us. Once the window's in, we get Fast Flash over the flange, not on the bottom, but on the jambs and the head. That thing is now waterproof. Our head flashing can then get a little detail of Fast Flash as well. So then we're shedding water in one monolithic means all the way down. The only spot that's open is the bottom of the window, and that's promoting draining. So continuous, 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 monolithic, all the words that you need to hear from a water and air barrier. This is the jam for this assembly. We've used this product a couple times. Think of this as, it's fluid applied, but think of this as just taking your favorite waterproof panel and spreading it over the entire building. This is a bomber approach, to use one of Matt's terms. This thing is one of my favorite, and Proseco has a new Cat 5 that is made for open joint cladding or rain screen assemblies, and it has a UV rating, so it lasts a little better. And I think that they have a corner on the market with this fluid applied product. It's a great product. I would have no problem using this on my personal house. So check out Proseco on this one. They were really awesome helping us figure out whether or not we were going to be able to do this to the MGO. Their tech support was killer. So thanks for watching this week on The Build Show. Don't forget to subscribe to that newsletter. There is so much stuff. You're going to miss it if you don't subscribe to the newsletter. Thanks for watching.